Hey everyone, this is Mr. Everything, and today I wanted to review one of these extension hoses that are made for the Dyson cordless vacuums. These have the fittings on it too, so you can lock in the attachment just like you would a real Dyson piece. I actually think that there are official Dyson extension hoses like this. I think they're more like $20 or more because they're an actual Dyson part, and these are made in China. They're just unbranded knockoffs, but you can see that the quality, it's basically the same thing. And what I like about these is not being Dyson official, they're much cheaper. You can get this whole thing for like anywhere from $10 to $15, depends where you buy it from. I get mine from a US seller. I don't want to order stuff on eBay from China. And these are much longer. I think when I measured this, I think it was right around 20 inches like this, and then it stretches all the way out to 5 feet. You could probably even put a little more tension, but I don't want to. But maybe you get that. I mean, you get a good bit here, and it's a nice hard, these are really hard to bend, so they look like they'll be pretty durable. I guess the weak point would just be the clear plastic itself. I guess the reason for it, since I've been using one of these, this would be good for something like this, but there are situations like, I'm thinking like behind my TV there's a shelf. I don't really have room to wedge this whole thing in there. It's a lot easier to do it kind of just like a traditional vacuum, and the setup's basically the exact same. And again, it's nice to have that fitted end. And now you could hold the vacuum at a different location and do this, which would help you reach anywhere you need to without having this in the way. And I think sometimes you probably would want two hands to use because of how this trigger is. You always have to be holding this. So I was thinking you could get some tape, because this is a really light pull trigger, or better would be to get a Velcro strap, and then you could just set this off to the side. Now it will tug on it a little bit, but so that might not be the most reliable thing. If you just want to not hold that, you can go a little bit, but if you start stretching it too much, this might fall and you don't want to break it. But it's for as cheap as it is, it's not the most useful thing, but there are situations where I've not wanted to do this, where when you have this extension, it would give you some more opportunities. Now, one thing I've noticed is since it has to travel through this tube, there's not as much suction. I mean, there's still more than enough to pick up light dust, because that's probably what you're going to want to do if you're reaching in awkward spots. It's probably to do some dusting, not picking up heavy things, where you could just use a regular attachment. But if you use it on the high mode or the max mode, you get a lot more suction that way. And with the max mode, it's not as bad when it's not a powered tool, and this doesn't carry power anyway, so there's no electronic wires which I don't know why you'd want to do it that way anyway. But since you're using this extension, you might want to always just go with the max mode by default. So to kind of give an example, there's not a lot of room here if I wanted to dust this, or up here, or like some of the frame of the TV stand. Not a whole lot of room to where this helps out. Obviously you can't hold the vacuum and this, but just give you the idea that this makes it a little bit easier. Then it would be to try and fit this back here and reach into all these little spots. It's just a little bit easier that way. So I mean, that's pretty much it. Now you can spin these, they're not locked. Not sure if they're designed to, or if it's, I mean, I wouldn't just make a habit out of it in case you can wear something down, but it does help you get a little more rotation on everything. And I don't really think there's a need for a demo. Again, it's kind of hard because you got to hold the trigger and hold the vacuum and hold the hose. But I think you get the point. It just adds more versatility. It'd be good for in a car to where you don't have room to maybe use the crevice tool in between seats and the door, the frame of the car. So that's great for me. And it's not the most important thing, but if you have a Dyson, they're not that much money. It's definitely worth having in your arsenal, because there aren't that many parts compared to a standard vacuum cleaner. And again, it just comes down to trying to find it on eBay. They're not too expensive when that you can find one that's sold from the U.S. in a U.S. warehouse, but they're really nice, and it gets the job done for me. So if you don't know, you can pick up these. You don't have to get the Dyson one, and you get a good bit of value for the money. So thanks for watching, and see me in the next one. Have a good one.